Hello. So today we will talk a little bit about machine learning. What is machine learning, right? So I think a lot of you now see a lot of examples where we use, as it called now, artificial intelligence, but actually machine learning to get some tasks. And for this one, with processing or with type designer, we can use some different tools where you not really need to go deep into the code and really understand how it works, but you are able to use these tools. One good example is Runway. You can go to Runway ML website and check it, download it, and test different models. It have some community behind also, so you actually can train new model inside, or you can just go and browse multiple models that other people post already, release. And apply them. So we have Midas model to get the depth map from the image, or maybe like face to flowers, convert, extract people from images. I mean, a lot of different stuff. Here, generate faces, whatever. You can try, play around with it. It's quite simple to use. So you just need to select input, for example, camera. And okay, this model I can run just remotely, for example. Or I can use file with some face. I'm not sure I have. Anyway, you can go try this, play with it. But today we will talk about Wekinator. It allows you to do quite simple stuff. And if you wanna go like learn it deeper, again like Cadenze, I tell you about this. It have like full course for this. So we can see example projects to do some music instrument. Face recognition. I like this one where a snake generates sound. And this is quite easy to use actually, Wekinator. This one quite nice also. So this is course. Okay, internet is slow, you can go to check examples more on website. But what we'll talk to start today, we will need to download. I will download for Windows. And we can go to example page also to download some examples. I also download for Windows. And you can see with Arduino you can connect how to you can play with audio. This is examples also, so it's kind of easy to do it. Pure data Python with webcam. Okay, for this examples speed it's a little bit low. Installer for Windows. Okay, let's do this one. Maybe mouse, drag it box. Let's download drum machine or like particle system. Okay, Wekinator downloaded. I just copy it here first. I will install it. Okay, here we install it. I will quickly talk about the interface. So as you see, Wekinator use OSC. So last class we talked about OSC, yeah. So now you see it's not listening. And here we can see also it can listen for inputs on the port 6448. So this is the port. Again, last class we talked about port, right? Inputs, so inputs gonna be OSC messages in this format, Wekinator inputs, and it expect 5 inputs, so 5 different messages here. We can change name if we need, or we can change the message and how many inputs and outputs. That's how message gonna looks like. And this is how many outputs and again which address we output. Localhost again, as we talked last time, it's the one that listed myself and port 12,000, right? And type, so here we have type for our model: continuous, classifiers, dynamic type wrapper, and custom. So continuous, it give you value. For example, you can tell if my face at this position, it's gonna be 0. If my face at this position, it's gonna be 1. If my face gonna be here in the middle, it will give continuous space, so 0.5. If we use classifier, we can define, okay, if my face here 0, if my face here 1, so here in the middle it will be still 0 or 1, so it's closer to this one, it's gonna be 0, closer to this one, it's gonna be 1. So classifier, it's how, for example, we can teach it to recognize cats, dogs, or like different stuff, different classes. Yeah, continuous, it's more like for control. Let me do quick check. I think I should have Wekinator somewhere already downloaded. Looks like not. Yeah, my internet a little bit not so fast. Okay, this one should be downloaded soon. We can try from this one first. I will use Touch Designer as the second output for now, just to make it a little bit quicker. After I will show you in processing also. So I open empty Touch Designer, I clean it, and I can send OSC in, and I can listen on the port 12,000 on the current address. Okay, this one copy also. Let's start with this one. Okay, I started. It's already made as application, but it have source code if you want to do some changes. But application for us enough now. Where is it? Oh, it has some error. Okay, let's try use processing. Okay, let's copy inside and let's try to start it. So we have OSCP5, NetP5. So you see this one sent continuously box X and Y position to inputs to Wekinator using message wek inputs on the port 6448 by default. Yeah, so it sent two inputs, so here I need to check to 2 and output I can say maybe okay I gonna have 3 classes. Now I go okay, I start listening it, it's listening to the port, these numbers I should send, and I go next now. So you see OSC in here, OSC out here, and I output 5 classes now. So I still have 5. Yeah, so I didn't change. I output 5 classes here, and Touch Designer get them. Okay, again, if I double click on OSC, I can check port or stop list on it, and the same for OSC out, I can do the same. Okay, send test message. You see it sent test message. Okay, processing receive good, Touch Designer receive good. Okay, this is, I don't need to change. So you can go and see inputs also, view, and you see when I move value, inputs change, good, so it means it's works right. You can see outputs here. You can see how input output connect to each other. I will talk a little bit about this one a little bit more later. Model evaluation we don't need now. Performance console, okay. And actions. So first things, let's to create. Now we output 5 classes. So what I will do, I will train my model. So when my box in this position, it's gonna be class 1. If my box here is gonna be class 2, it's my box here is gonna be class 3, and my box here is gonna be class 4. And class 5, it will be for the Y position, depends. So let's go to input out connection, and for the output 5, I can go again inputs 1 it's X, input 2 it's Y position. So for the output 5, class 5, I will tell listen just input 2. Does not work with input 1. So class 5 will react just to input 5. Okay, so now what I can do, this position gonna be class 1. And you see each output have 3 classes now. Okay, let's go again this part. List in the same, output classifier, gonna be 3 classes and 5 classes. It's gonna be 2 output. This stop and start again. And you see now some input. I set up wrong one. So here again, when I set up wrong one, I need to go again. Input 2, output 2, it classes, 5 classes. Okay, let's check inputs. Okay, we receive and go like input output connection. So for output 2, it will be just Y position. So now I'm gonna train the first class, the first output that will connect like 1 class, 2 class, 3 class and 4 class. So for second one I disable training. Let's check how it's going here. Filed, yes, super internet. Okay, so now I can start recording. So I select class 1 and I start record it and I stop record it. So this is a record 360 values for this one. Now I can change it to class 2 and class 2 gonna be here. Again, start training, I keep training, I just move different position, I stop. Now I go to the class 3, it's gonna be here. I start record, stop record, class 4, it's gonna be here, and I start record. And I will gonna make one more tricky part. So here in the middle is gonna be class 5, and here is gonna be class 5 too. So this one, okay, this 1, 2, 3 we can do without the machine learning. We can just calculate if x less or more, and so and so. So now go class 5, I start record here in the middle, stop record, go here again, start record, here, class 5, stop record. Okay, good, so let's train it. Now I have 1700 samples with different position, different values. And I can write start train. So it's do quite fast training. So now I can run this model and I can see what output gonna be. Okay, here you see it's class 1, yeah, 1. Here it's class 2. Here it's class 3. But in the middle, class 5, class 4, and class 5 again. You see it's pretty simple and nice, yeah? So this is, for example, the way you can use like Kinect data or any other data or like mouse position to control something, control sounds, control animation, control whatever. Okay, I'll stop training, and now I disable this one, enable this one, and I will train few classes for Y position. So for example, here on the top it's gonna be class 1, I start record, stop. Here at the bottom it's also gonna be class 1, I start record, stop. Now I go class 2, it's gonna be here on the top, I start record. Class 3, it's gonna be here, I start record, stop. So you see when I move from this position to this, I stop because I don't wanna record this value. I can record again here, 3, stop. Class 4, gonna be here, and the bottom. and class 5 gonna be here. Start record, stop train. Okay, now both of them trained. Here is a channel, so, and now I can run my model. You see class 1 for first one, class 2 in the middle, class 5, very small position, class 3, class 4, class 5, right. Second one by Y position, class 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 1. All what I record, yeah? Pretty fast, pretty simple. Again, here we have just 2 positions, but we can do much more complex stuff. With this one. Okay, and now I can go file and save project as, and desktop. I will create new folder, Wekinator 1. Choose first, and I save it and close it. Okay, let's close this one for now, close this one for now. Let's try do a little bit different now. Now, for example, I can do video device in and connect my camera, and I think it does not work because my camera used at another place. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I just gonna scale it up, get my face. And now I will use fit here to, let's say, 20 by 20 pixels. And I will change to the nearest pixel, more like this, and maybe Y gonna be not 20 to fit the same resolution. So I can do something like this. But again, for most of machine learning tasks, we're not really using the color value. I can go here and use monochrome. Again, I need to use nearest pixel by default, and maybe I need some level here. Again, in type designer, I need here use Interpolate. This one, it's pretty much the same what this one doing, and I just can do something like this. So here I have 300 samples, and this I can convert to the chop. I have just one value first because it's black and white now, yeah. And for so, and here in crop 2 I will use full image. And actually I will use shuffle to split all samples. So now I have 300 samples here. And actually these 300 samples I will need to send to Wekinator. So I can use OSC out. But this part could be a little bit tricky, as I remember. Let's start. Okay, let's do the same port. It's not out. OSC out. Mm. 6448 localhost, start listening. And what's the name of this message? I can rename it to Wekinator inputs. So now it's go like this. Wekinator inputs like this. 300. Let's go check this code, how they sending it. Send OSC. So you see, basically it's sent one message with two values inside. So actually to do like this, this one not gonna work, and this one I don't need like this. What I will do, I will convert it to the table. So this is values. And now I can transpose it like this. Or like this, it's the same. And now I need to convert them to text. They all together, convert, and I can split maybe just empty space. And here I will need to use OSC out. Yeah, maybe this gonna be a little bit more tricky now for you, because I think we will need to use some Python. Okay, let's try this one this way. Again, rename Wekinator inputs. Okay, sending like this. Options. And let's say I will do continuous. Let's say free output, maybe. Next. Okay, OSC in wrong. Input C. We do not get this input like this. So this is not gonna work. I think this way. Okay, now I have some input. Let's see. Okay, but I have just one input. Yeah, like this. Also not we really want. Okay, it should be something like this. So Wekinator inputs R. Okay, it starts from 0, 0 here. I need maybe start from 0, 1 first. R. Mm. R 0. Okay, let's try to do like this. Options. Okay, inputs 1, inputs 2. Zero 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, then it works like this. So I can use this one 6448 for now. But here I will need to do some Python text that execute. Like this 7. And I can always see the documentation for Type Designer here. So that's what I will need to do. Send to IC. Here I just can write and it's gonna be op OSC out to send OIC Wekinator inputs, and value this should be float. I will create empty array, empty list here, and after I can do for e in range chop to actually in this case I just do this one. Data, it's gonna be operator chop to 1 in range data num rows vals append float data I 0. Okay. Not execute. Edit content and table change. This one I need to do on table change inside. And we can get one OC in here to check it out, the message we receive. Okay, looks like good. Now I can try to do it in Wekinator. 300 output 3 continuous next. Wekinator inputs. Six four four eight. Localhost. It still did not receive. I need to see in this one. Close this one because it's listening now. Okay, let's disable this for now. And I can try this one to see how it sent message. Okay, this one I close. Should be pretty much the same. Ah. So I think here the problem. Hungry, free output. Okay, you see now I receive these messages. Good. So that's what I sent there. So now let's see, maybe I have continuous one. Okay, maybe first one I will write down if my face facing left, if I look in left, this is gonna be 1. This is gonna be 0, this is gonna be 0 if my face facing left. So I look left, I start recording, and I just move my face around a different position, closer, more far away, but it's always facing left. Stop recording. Now, second one, it's gonna be my face looking another direction. Again, I look here, and I start record, and I move. In different position, closer, more far away, stop training. And now my face looking at the camera, 1, and left and right 0. So, and I'm recorded also in different position. And stop recording. And now we can train it. It will take a little bit more time to train, I think, because I have much more data now. It does not show progress. Is it doing anything? Yeah, actually my CPU eating a lot. This one I don't need. This one I don't need now. And I see out I can deactivate now. Then not receive signal. Hmm? 1 year. Training. So then more data you have into your model, then longer it will take to train. Okay, pause video for now. Okay, looks like not the best way to do it. Let's change a little bit. What I will do, I will change this part to lower resolution. 140, it's already better. Because what I think it's, yeah, not super optimized. So here 140 inputs, output 3, continuous. Let's do classifier here, not continuous. One output with 3 classes. Yeah, canaries neighbors should works here better. Next, I receive the signal. And now I will do the same. Look left. Okay, looks right. 1. Start recording. Stop. Class 2 looks another direction. Record. You see, I try my face be in different position, so model does not just work with one position. And look at camera. Stop record, and let's train it. Oh, training complete. This was fast. And now we can make simple. Let's do OSC in. It should listen port 12,000. Right. Yeah, 12,000. Localhost. Does not receive. Let's change port to 13,000 localhost. Okay. and I will just create few text. So first one was I look left, second one was right, and next one was straight. I can use switch here, left, right, switch, and for the switch value I can use this one, but -1 because it has from 0. So now you see, now it's work. I look straight, I look left, I look right, not super precise, so we again stop and we can keep training. Okay, let's record more straight. This is right. Let's record more values. Right. This is also right. This, so more like this. And left. Not so. Okay, record it. Train again, train complete. Test. Straight. Left. Right. So you see, yeah, it's have some a little bit not so much precision, but this is how machine makes sense from basically from this data. Yeah, that's what machine receive, and we already can get this information. Okay, this one still didn't download finally, but in processing it's gonna be pretty much the same. So you see here we send message, it's for our receiver or sender. So we will need to just scale our camera resolution to pretty much the same resolution we have here, 14 by 10 now. And this is will train the model for us. Again, you can find a lot of example for processing. I showed you. Okay, let's try another one. So I download few models here. We will use video input face detection and output. Okay, continuous output drum. I will use source code. And I will change the list and port 14,000. I can start. think I need to copy. This is inside here. Also, let's start. Okay, it works. And second one, I will use face detection input. And I start it. So this one sent 3 inputs to Wekinator. So I start Wekinator, and I can say I listen for 3 input on this port, and I output to port 14,000, 3, continuous, next. Okay, now we see how it works. So let's say first one will work where there is no face. What I do? Okay, I disable these two. On, start record, there is no face. Something like this. Stop record. So now I record few verify there. Okay, stop. I can train, I can run. Nothing. Okay, if no face here, it start to play, right? Good. So second one, let's say if I far away, it's 0. I'm far away, but I can be up, down, anywhere. And if I close, okay, now I train, now I can run. And last one, I can record if my face here is 0. If my face here 1. Again, when it's just like simple position, you don't need much samples. So I train, and I can run now. So now I can use my face to control sound here. I save this one. Desktop, Wekinator. Face sound. Okay. So it's quite simple and fast here. So again, be sure that the ports you're using, right? So this one is sending to 14,000. I need set up in Wekinator for 14,000. This sending to this one. I need to send this one, and Also, you need to match how many inputs and outputs you have to make Wekinator work. So the name should be Wek inputs. So Wek inputs, yeah. So if I'm here a change in my program, I need to change it here. I have free input, so I need to free input. And for output, for this program, that's already like have something, it's tell you it's need continuous or classifier or whatever, yeah. So here you need to choose. Again, continuous, it's where you can default from like 0 to 1, yeah, something. It's like mouse position. For example, it's like size or I don't know, whatever. Pretty much anything you can define continuous. Classifiers where you need like classes. It's cat, it's dog, but again, it can be continuous. It can be like, oh, it's more like dog than like cat. And for example, classifier could be, we did like left, right, yeah, with the face in Touch Designer. But it could be also like, oh, it's between left 0, right 1, so 0.5 at the middle. So it could be one continuous, basically, what we did in Touch Designer from 0 to 4 when we did classifier. Time dynamic wrapping, I'm not sure which ones they use. They have custom, they have different models. Yeah, you can use here. You can play, try it again, just to understand how it's work. It's not complex and it can give you a lot of abilities to do something for your installations. This pretty much gonna be our last class. Next week you will basically, it's your homework for today, and next week you need to make some simple project with use of Wekinator. Okay, if you have any questions, text me. I will help you answer if you have some problem with it setup. I did not try it yet on Mac, but should not be a problem. Okay, bye, see ya.